In this video, you'll learn how to use ClickUp for bookkeeping by setting up a simple, reusable list that keeps your monthly finances organized and easy to track. To get started, open your ClickUp workspace and make sure you're inside the space where you want to manage your bookkeeping. A space is basically a high-level container for related work. For example, you might have a space for your business operations, finance, or clients. Within that space, we're going to create a dedicated list just for your monthly bookkeeping tasks and transactions. Look over to the left-hand side of your screen where your spaces and folders are displayed. Find the space you want to use, then look for the plus icon right next to that space name. This plus icon is how you add new items inside that space. Click the plus icon, and from the options that appear, choose List. A small window or panel will open asking you to name your new list. In the name field, type Monthly Bookkeeping. Using a clear, consistent name like this makes it easy to find and reuse the same structure every month. Once you've typed the name, click Create List. ClickUp will now create a fresh, empty list under that space, which you'll use to track bookkeeping items such as invoices, expenses, or payments. Now that the list exists, you'll want to set up your statuses so you can visually follow each item through your bookkeeping workflow. At the top of your new monthly bookkeeping list, look for the statuses area. This is usually shown as a label with a colored status, along with a small icon or drop-down. Click the statuses icon, then select Manage Statuses. This is where you customize the stages that each task in your list will move through. By default, ClickUp might give you a few basic statuses like open or closed, but for bookkeeping, it's much more helpful to define steps that match your financial process. In the Manage Statuses window, choose the option labeled Custom. This tells ClickUp you want to define your own workflow instead of using the defaults. Now, you'll add the specific statuses you need. Type in To Process as your first status. This is where you'll place any new transaction or document that you haven't handled yet. It essentially acts as an inbox for new bookkeeping tasks. Next, add pending receipt. This status is useful when you know a transaction exists, but you're still waiting on a receipt or some kind of supporting document. Moving items here keeps them from getting lost while you chase down that paperwork. Then, create a status called Recorded. Use this when you've entered the transaction into your accounting system or spreadsheet, but you haven't reconciled it against your bank or credit card yet. It tells you the data is in your books, but not fully confirmed. Finally, add Reconciled. This is your completed state, meaning the transaction has been fully checked against your bank statement or other records, and everything matches. Once you've entered these statuses, To Process, Pending Receipt, Recorded, and Reconciled, save your changes. Your monthly bookkeeping list now has a clear workflow, making it easy to see exactly where each financial item stands at a glance. From here on, every time you add a task to this list, you'll simply move it through these statuses as you work, giving you a consistent, structured way to manage your bookkeeping in ClickUp.